Hey, welcome to Sunrise Extra on a Wednesday. We are talking all things flight and Portland International Airport. Exciting news if you fly regionally anywhere, because you've been walking through a construction zone for the past 2 years. So you know that little, it's called Concourse B, but a lot of people are like, I don't know what that means. It's that regional area where you're flying to Seattle or Bend or Denver or Medford, and you're taking the prop planes.
You have to go down.
Yep, right? You go down the escalator and taking those like small kind of Horizon airplanes. It's back open this morning. Photographer Eric Lair live for us.
Hello, B.
So he's just going to kind of walk us around. They're having a big party for the first
look at that guy.
flights. Hey, there's Timber Joey.
That's Timber Joe. There's Timber Joe.
Nice.
He has a busy week this week.
He can't fly anywhere. He's got a big match here at home. Come on.
Yeah, of course, Alaska Airlines, a huge sponsor of the Timbers. And so he's out there greeting passengers this morning. The first flight.
They get free breakfast. They get free coffee, little treats.
Well, back up the truck. What happens now?
Listen,
See,
if you were
look,
at that
see these little
concourse,
bags?
they give you free breakfast?
Breakfast sandwich.
Oh, you have to have a ticket to
goodies.
get through security, don't you? Rats.
Rodney.
So two local favorites that are going to be arriving there at Concourse B later next spring are there this morning to give out the food. So Screen Door, very popular restaurant.
Oh, yeah, great.
They're going to open up a spot there in March.
Nice.
And Good Coffee, I think it's called Good Coffee.
I hope it's good coffee.
Yes.
I promise you, it's good
coffee?
They're giving away the coffee this morning because they're going to be showing up there in
Oh,
March.
that's nice.
Is that the Jim and Patty's like spin-off?
No,
No, that's coffee people.
yeah, I think they still have coffee people.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Jim and Patty still going
But
with the
yeah,
coffee
so
people?
this is the escalator. Photographer Eric's so good at what he does, looking through the viewfinder, stepping. I mean, I can't get on an escalator not looking in a camera. And I'm being very careful.
That's
So
nice.
He's doing a good job. But see how much like open space there is. They raised the ceiling by a lot. They put all of these plants and wood slats and material from all across Oregon. You see there make up the walls. They really wanted to give like a natural feeling. I mean, this is the Northwest after all. And because a lot of airports, they feel cramped or the ceiling is low and you just kind of feel this oppressive feeling. But this is all opened up. The windows are huge, and they really wanted this to be like kind of a harkening back to the Renaissance of flight age, where you know the windows are huge. You can see that you're on the ground floor of where the planes are landing. You're walking out on to, is it the tarmac? Is that the right word?
Tarmac.
Yes,
To board these planes, and so they wanted you to really kind of. They say it's the best view in the whole airport.
They've got art installations. I'm trying to look for those. I'm not sure. Are they up there by the plants?
You see a lot of little closed eye kind of images.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. You see the eye right there, kind of in those dark slats?
I see you.
Yeah.
This is actually a very busy part of the airport. If you've ever taken this part of the airport to take a regional flight, it can be absolutely too packed with people where they absolutely needed some more space.
Right.
So, yeah.
Oh, I had a number here. I have some notes on this opening.
Right, because it's part of the bigger, $2 billion project, because main terminal is also going to be remodeled at some point.
Yeah, they're working on that now.
To your point, Rodney.
Ticketing area.
Yes, sir.
To your point.
To my point?
PDX estimates that approximately 2,500 passengers a day will use this new concourse at current travel volumes.
Okay.
So 2,500 even in these downtimes, so to speak.
So we mentioned those regional, kind of like puddle jumper destinations. They're also adding new routes to Cancun, Denver, New Orleans, San Luis Obispo in California, and Tampa. So it's not just going to be kind of that regional area, but yeah, they say 44 destinations will fly in and out of here, including those new ones. So that's pretty cool.
I'm in for Cancun.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
So they're giving out these, like these kind of special newspapers. Here's the renderings of what Screen Door is going to look like. They're showing off. So they have a bar you can kind of belly up to.
I'm telling you, I'm not into the prop planes.
No?
Like in the small planes, when I can sit in a plane and see out the nose, because there's that little curtain, that, into the cockpit, like back in the day. I remember the first time I got on one of those, and you could see it kind of bumping around. I thought, I need to get off this.
It's definitely bouncier and it's louder, so much louder.
Oh, yeah.
But man, I've flown on a lot of those.
Yeah.
But I mean, they get you there fast, and it's so funny because it's like, I've flown from Bend to Portland a lot, and as soon as you're up, they're like, "Here's your drink, finish it, Corey." Because then, like, as soon as you're up, you're coming down, and you're just like, chugging it, and then put it in the garbage because you're going down. It's like a half-hour flight, so it's kind of funny. So we want to know, like, as we chat, are you guys booking any flights, our viewers, our great Sunrise Extra peeps? Are you guys comfortable with taking flights? Are you planning for new trips in the new year? And
Sheila says might be flying to Southern California in February to celebrate my mom's 101st birthday.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That would be a fun party.
We often hear that PDX is like one of the best, nicest airports.
literally
in the
voted,
country.
yeah, the best.
That's what we hear. I'm skeptical. Go ahead.
I know that you've questioned that. You have questioned that, Rod.
I think it's nice.
I think it's, my mom has flown in here,
If they
obviously.
clean the
coming from
bathrooms
Philadelphia.
more, it would help. Continue.
Wow.
Wow, really? Says
Yes,
that.
I find our bathrooms to be
Interesting.
some of the stinkiest of any airport I've ever
You
traveled to.
find that other airports' bathrooms are nice?
Yeah, it's cleaner.
ours are not.
At least cleaner, yes.
See, in the bathrooms at PDX, I've never noticed.
Really? I had a
anything weird
dirty
in the
bathroom when we
restaurants.
got home just on our
In the
last trip.
restrooms, rather.
I'm like, oh my God, yeah, I'm back home.
My guess, I'm not 100% certain about this, but my guess is Rod is not using the same facilities at PDX as you.
Well, you know.
So it is a different
It's just a
experience.
string of bad luck, I guess. I'm on a bad, don't follow me into the bathroom. I'm on a string of
Noted,
bad luck.
Rod. Noted.
And don't come in there when he just left. either.
Yes. Give it about 35, 45 minutes.
Oh my goodness, how do we go into this topic?
it happened
I was
quick.
asking,
Yes.
Rod is obviously weighing in on the other side of the table, but if you agree that PDX is one of the finest, nicest, I know it's not the largest, but one of the nicest airports, tell us why you think that. I mean, what is it about our airport that makes it nice?
It is charming and it's
It
easy.
seems
It's
friendly.
easy, it's charming.
And I like the local, they've
Flares?
made this switch to like, all local restaurants and food. And I mean, they have like national shops and stuff, but
Yeah.
they made an Oregon store, like Pendleton. They got rid of that Powell's bookstore, huh?
They did.
Oh, did they?
I wonder if that's coming back though with
It
the
may be coming back. So they're adding a bunch more stores behind
Yeah.
security because we were
Yeah.
talking about today. It's like
Yeah.
you just want to get to the airport and get behind the security point, and then you could be like, I
And
rest
relax.
easy. Then
Absolutely.
you can look in the stores.
Yeah.
That is a
Willie
great
Huey
feeling.
says.
Oh, sorry. No, you go.
Willie
You've
Huey
made it.
says he flies once a month. Portland Airport is the only place where I make plans to eat there on purpose. Best food and drink
Yeah.
at any airport.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love the country cat there. The screen
Yeah.
door is going to be
Me
a
too.
great option. Do we still have Eric, or did we cut him loose?
No way. No way. We have to
Shireen
stop.
Miller
Oh, yeah.
Simmons
Let's just keep that up. It's more
said
fun.
she
yeah.
just booked a trip to Hawaii.
Nice.
Tickets were inexpensive, had to take advantage of the cost.
She also has another comment where she talks about she likes the Columbia store there, which is in that closed off area right now because they're redoing the airport. But I have bought a number of things at a great discount on the Columbia store where it used to be right when you kind of walked out into the main area before you went through security. So yeah.
Look at her riding bikes in there. They were saying something about deliveries.
What are
They're
they doing?
handing, they're handing out the little newspapers
nice.
and maybe some other little freebies.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there also
this
gonna be
is
some
so
kind of bike
Portland, you
giveaway?
guys. Look at this.
Yeah, that is-
riding
that is
bikes
Portland.
inside the new airport.
No, it's a very
Very
charming,
Portland.
easy airport without question. And they've really,
Oh, what's this? A little washcloth?
It's a bee.
what is it?
I wonder if it's one of those little.
It's a candy. It's chocolate. Is that right?
Oh, it's a ding dong.
Oh,
It's a ding dong.
that's fantastic.
Where'd the ding dong go?
It's going into Eric's mouth.
Eric is becoming the ding dong in front of our very eyes.
Lucky duck.
Multitasking.
He is a duck.
The shooting and the eating.
So on YouTube, good morning to Courtney Willingham. She says, it looks like a pretty building, but planes are not my cup of tea. I love traveling on a train.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I haven't been on a train.
Britton Lindsay says the bathroom stalls at PDX are bigger than other airports too. Maybe the men's are just worse.
Maybe that's the problem. They're so big that people hang out like for hours at a time, then it becomes a mess.
They're too
Maybe
comfortable.
that's the
Paper
problem.
towels on the ground? Toilet paper pieces on the ground?
It's just a mess.
Okay.
Hey, Renee Robertson says she's flying back to PDX on the 22nd. Yay, from Panama.
Oh, fun.
right.
For
Here's
the
a name I don't
holidays.
recall seeing on
Yeah.
the stream before. Tylene Thompson. Do you remember Tylene Thompson? showing up
Tylene.
before? Good morning, Tylene. Thank you for joining us. She says she's leaving Friday for a 12-day trip to Nashville, Tennessee.
Tylene sounds like a good Southern girl.
Yeah, totally.
Tylene will fit well in Nashville. I've never been. Have you ever been to Nashville, Brenda?
I have not.
Well, not in a long time.
My cousin lives there, but I've never been there.
But you have, right?
Yeah, not in a long time though.
Okay.
20 years. When I was a flight attendant, back in the 80s would have been the last time. Yeah.
So here are the windows, some of the like almost floor-to-ceiling windows where you can see the planes taking off.
That's still a cool thing to watch, right? I mean,
It is. And boy, you take a little kid there,
Yep.
and they're
Oh,
just
that's
glued
nice.
to that window, which is cool.
Gary Bime says, as a flight attendant, Gary's a flight attendant, based out of Portland, I often hear passengers tell me, we have the best airport in the country. I can't wait for the remodel, Gary says, to reveal the new design. That is going to be the massive new redo. All of us will notice, no matter where you're flying to, right?
You were just at the airport, right? You were catching up with your friends.
So now you've got to go out either way to Portland, or you used to enter and come out in the middle. You entered in the middle. They had all those shops. Now you've got to go in and come out on the far ends. Then you got to take that concourse on kind of the back side, the long walk to get to where you're going. Yeah, no, I was at the airport. No, I wasn't. My cousin is a pilot for Delta. So I met him yesterday, but not at the airport. The Delta pilots hang out at the Hilton in downtown Vancouver. That's their layover spot. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question as a former flight attendant?
There you go.
I want to meet one of them.
Pardon, yes.
Rod Hill was a flight attendant with TWA Airlines back in the 1980s.
Yeah.
So the only time I really get nervous flying is when the turbulence gets significant. When there's like you feel the drop. Like, and it's only happened to me a couple of times where like
grab.
I
will grab a stranger.
Yeah.
Arm.
Whatever's nearby.
If they're next to me, I will just like hold on and be like, I'm sorry.
Good to know.
But I'm asking you, you as a flight attendant, like at what point did you get nervous? Like even that, would that make you nervous?
That's a good question.
Well, no. I mean, I don't. You know, when you're working, no matter what the captain tells you, you're so focused on your task at hand. I think I speak for a lot of people that are on the flight crew. You really don't get nervous. You're busy doing what you're doing. But we, back in the day when you had full meal services, there was a lot more of a mess to be had when there was turbulence than there is now. But twice I was on turbulent flights. One time I literally got tossed and I ended up totally sprawled out against 3 people after we just put their meal service down.
Wow.
So I was like covered in food. They were covered in food. And there were a couple people on that flight, I think, that they had medics administered just to some, well, I'm going to call minor bumps and bruises as far as I know. But
so at that point you had to be nervous.
Well,
I mean,
no,
if you're face down in food, you're thinking this isn't
nervous
going
they're
well.
going to crash.
Yeah, but you're focused on your task. I'm thinking, hold on,
The flight attendants are my barometer.
Me too.
Because I look to them and I'm like, is anybody else kind of panicking because I feel a little jumpy?
Yeah, I would say that's a good call.
But once, if they're, I'm like, no, it's just me.
And in the old days, if the flight attendants were really going out of their way to button down the galleys when we had the food service, and you could tell, it's like, if they're really buttoning down the galley, I better hang on to my hat here.
Yeah, I watched them too, and I know it's for their safety, so I don't really expect this to happen, but I wish they would stay standing during the turbulence, because once they sit down and buckle up, I'm like, oh gosh, this must be bad. She's sitting down. Yeah. He's buckling up.
Yeah.
Bear down now. Yeah, I wish they would keep standing. Keep smiling.
We hit some turbulence going into Hawaii one time, and it was a little dicey, but I don't like flying so much. I do it, but I don't like it. But Jeff was next to me, and he was nervous, and I found myself I was like,
calming
just
him.
think of it. It's like a little bump in the road if you're in a pickup truck. And he's like, no.
A lot farther to fall.
If you have kids with you and you're trying to keep them calm, that actually helps you calm, because you're basically talking to yourself at that point, but you're telling them it's going to be okay, I think.
And I think anymore, I mean, in most instances, the pilots should get you to a more stable layer of air pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
I should hope.
God bless those pilots.
One more weird thing that happened to us, it was so windy. I think we had a layover in Minneapolis. It was a quick one. It was going to be like an hour flying back to Philadelphia.
Nice airport.
But it was so windy that they could not literally bring the plane down safely. And he came darn close, that pilot did. But at the last second, he didn't touch down. Like kind of came in, and I was like, oh, what are we doing? And then he just went back up. I'm like, what the heck is going to be? That's when I was like, oh boy, I don't like this. Why are we going back up?
Yeah, I can see where that's a little nerve-wracking.
Yes.
For a lot of people.
Brett Redfield says, when the oxygen mask dropped from the ceiling, I would start getting a little nervous.
I've never seen that.
No,
I would freak out.
I would need them
at that point.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Yeah, I would freak out.
And all the time you flew as a flight attendant, those things never dropped down?
That's good. Oh. Yeah. Christy Shirk says, love PDX. It's easy to navigate. It's great food. She gets motion sickness, so she just takes some things and goes to sleep.
Yeah.
That is a nice flight, right? If you ever slept for just about the duration, you're going up and you fall asleep, and the next time you wake up, you're actually coming down.
That's
when
nice.
we flew to Thailand, my mom gave us I don't know if they're like muscle relaxers or something, but it was like an 18-hour flight. We popped one of those and we slept for like 10 hours.
Wow.
And then you're just like, oh, and right then it was like mealtime. You're like, thank you so much. Yes,
a little hungry.
Perfect, yeah.
Sean Watt says, I'm currently in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been flying all over the country at least once a month as a FEMA volunteer since June.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm. Charlotte's airport is, it's old. You talked about how the low ceilings. It's an airport that's going to be under massive construction, I think, in the coming years. They're just starting to redo it because it's a hub for American. But now it's old. It makes PDX look like the Taj Mahal. I mean, Taj Mahal is the PDX is the Taj Mahal compared to Charlotte's airport. That's what I'm trying to say.
Did you read this one already? Which one? From Chris?
No.
Because I've not recognized this name on the stream before. Chris Mitchell. Chris Gustafson Mitchell.
Good morning,
Exact.
Chris.
Hi, Chris. She says, I told my daughter that turbulence is just like speed bumps in the air.
There you go.
See?
Just going
Yeah,
over some
see?
speed bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
same as Brenda.
Yeah.
Agree.
There you go.
Doesn't make me feel any better,
No.
but I'm going to keep repeating
But you're on the
that.
same page at
My
least. Isn't that
mantra.
nice?
Oh my God, did you read Willie Huey?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
Go ahead. He says, guy next to me went straight to sleep at the gate once. We got delayed, so they're on the plane, but they haven't pulled out yet, I guess. We got delayed 2 hours there. We're sitting on the plane. We finally started rolling out to the runway, and this poor guy woke up and started packing his bags. He thought he had just completed the whole flight. And we were just getting ready to take off. Oh, wow.
Yes,
That's a
getting
quick
going.
nap, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I will say two pieces of cheap entertainment for young kids. One I always said was the tram, because I don't know what the age limit is now, but my kids were young. Under 5, rode the tram, the Portland tram, for free.
Oh, okay.
So it's a free ride for kids 5 and under. It was when my kids were
Right.
under 5.
At
And so
OHS.
that was an easy deal. It was about 12 minutes from our house. I would run down there. It was closed Sundays, but on Saturdays, I said, hey, you guys want something to do? We'll go down there and put them on there for free, up and down. They thought it was the greatest thing ever, and I didn't spend any money on them. That was nice.
That's good.
And then also, I wouldn't go out of my way because we don't live close enough, but if we were going to go pick somebody up, I would go super early to the airport, go to the top level of the parking garage with the boys and just watch the planes come in and go.
Oh, yeah.
And again, that didn't cost me, well, it
probably
cost me whatever it cost to get into the parking garage, but still cheaper than most forms of entertainment.
That's true. I remember back in the day, I'm certain that this is no longer legal, but we lived in Los Angeles, and my dad would take me to LAX, and he would pull up somewhere on a side street, is what I remember, and those planes
near the
would come
runways?
in so low. My mom was like, let's get out of here. And we were like,
funny.
wow.
Yep.
It was like so much fun to see.
Yeah, St. Louis had a restaurant that was the same thing. It was at the end of a tarmac.
Oh, wow.
And they had you just stand out there and
Just
you almost felt like you could touch the planes.
Yeah.
as they were
Isn't that
coming in.
wild?
So loud it must have been, huh?
Yeah, very loud.
What?
Yes.
Should we end this bad boy today?
We should.
All right, we're going to end this guy today.
Are we ending it?
This
All right.
guy being Sunrise Extra. We hope to see you all on Thursday. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow already. Holy cow.
Till then, have a good one.
All right.